I'd be interested to hear your thoughts. Like, what do you think the key reasons are for this? Like, at what stage do you feel like we lose that connection with our internal compass? And how does that play out to the point that, somebody could reach 23 or 55 and feel that way, even though outwardly, and like you said, with your family, you had fulfillment. Anyone looking in would see that you had everything you could ever want. And also people will tell you, well, everyone's healthy. Everyone's this, what's the problem? But that there's something, and it is that missing link. Why do you think that is happening?
So I only ever speak from my experience and my, from me as an example. Looking back, I know that I just did not have the words. I did not have the vocabulary of knowing actually how I felt about things. I was stuck with happy, sad, angry. That was about the width
It was as complex as it got. Yeah.
Yes. I mean, I did okay on those, but I have to explain it like almost like a picture for you perhaps to understand it better. Like, I've always loved life. Like, I've always enjoyed being with my partner and my friends and all the jobs I've had. But it's always felt like there was something almost like a shadow following me. And I've never understood what it was because I am a happy person, and I find things really easy in life and I've never had much trouble, but there's still something heavy, in me. And I've been to a therapist and I tried to read up about things and I was like, I could not identify it until our son came along and I realized that it was for me the lack of empathy. And empathy for me encompasses quite a lot of things. It is really about being able to put words onto how I feel, but also understand my own needs. And that goes beyond if I'm tired, hungry, or need a toilet. There's so much more to it, but that was my level. And by being able to practice and expand on my vocabulary on how I was actually feeling about things and why I needed certain things, that was what really brought me forward. And it still does to this day, that I still have to be mindful about it. Now I can sort of recognize certain things. If I do certain things, I know what this is all about and I'm more conscious about it. But I think it derives from, as you say, when you're a child, you have this innate ability to just connect with the world, and you are a being. So you are the being that you are until we start doing things. And I can see that my generation, we were brought up in a way that we became very independent very early on in life. And we became doers. I'm a great doer, and we do it at a very high quality. But it meant that we detached ourselves from the beings. So we were just doing lots of things all our lives, but we sort of forgot about what it's like to just be. Because when we're just being, that's when our bodies and minds and souls and everything will just tell us what it is that we need and how we feel about things. And I believe that that's when we take those genuine, authentic decisions for ourselves. So, which is quite sad when you think about it. And I don't know exactly what age that comes around, but what I do know, and as I said, it was so encouraging for me that we can find our way back to that because we still have it in us. It's just that we need a better toolbox to help us find a way back. And it's not that difficult. It does need a bit of practice and it does take a bit of time to speak in a more compassionate way and a solution-based way. But that becomes normal as well, like anything else that you do. And the beauty of it is that the result is, as I said, more calm, more joy. It sort of almost deflects drama. As you said, I'm not inviting drama into my life because I have no need to fix anyone else's problems. Even though I can, I can, I'm so capable, I can do it anytime. I can solve anyone's problems, it feels like. But I don't need to. And I know that that is one of my biggest, it's not a challenge, but it's something that's actually really challenging for me, for my body. The moment I step in to try and solve other people's problems, that affects me so deeply and is so draining for me when there's really no need. And as you say correctly, very few people want to be fixed or solved. Most of us just want to have someone to air something or to just talk about it. But I know myself now that that is one of my greatest drainer, is when I'm fixing other people.